everybody. I am here today with lady driver Brayden Pruitt. Now, Brayden, I have been watching you race I moved to North Carolina in 2013 and started watching you at Carolina, but I think you were racing long before that. How did you get your start?
Yes, ma'am. I was racing go-karts when I was 5 years old. I'm 26 years old now, and my mom, my dad, my grandparents raced, and my dad brought home me a go-kart when I was 5. So I've been going at it ever since, and I moved into a car in probably 2007, and I was 13. So
yeah, and tell us a little bit about what are you racing here today?
We're racing the MMSA Stock 4 series. The night it's just Stock 4 regular series. It's not a series race, but we run under the sanction rules. It's a Toyota 4-cylinder. That's about it.
Now, tell me now. It sounds like your whole family is involved in this whole process. Do you feel like that's probably kept your family a lot closer together? I know it has for mine.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, especially in go-karts, we traveled every weekend. We'd leave out on Friday, come back on Sunday, and that's why we bought our trailer with the living quarters in it, because we would camp all weekend long. And you know, some of my best memories with my family and my parents are at the racetrack.
I have to say the same. So tell me a little bit about your number. You've got a number 13. That is not always the luckiest number, but what made you pick that number?
Well, when I was in Waynesville, Ohio, I ran the Nationals series in go-karts, WK Nationals, and they only let you have one number. So it was even a 3, which was what I was for Dale Earnhardt, but after he passed, everybody wanted 3. So I was number 3, and I'd always have to add a 1 after it, and it'd be 31. Well, that particular weekend, the 31 number had been taken, so Mom went and drawed us in, and she signed us up as 13. So I remember I was probably, I don't know, like 9, 10 maybe, and I cried and cried and cried, and I was all upset, and I ended up winning my first Nationals race that weekend. So, you know, we just stuck with it, and actually my mom was born on October the 13th, so that's kind of where that come from.
Well, if there's one thing racers tend to be is superstitious as all get out, and it sounds like it's superstitions. Any other fun superstitions with your race team?
Yeah, my grandpa was number 27, and so my mom was number 27. I'm not sure really why I was never number 27, besides we loved Dale Earnhardt, and when I started out in NASCAR Kids, it was 3. You had your car painted up like a NASCAR car. So anyway, my first I won my first MMSA race a couple years ago at Lawrence, and it was like September 27th. And then that same year, the Nationals fell on November 27th, and I ended up winning that year. And my little girl was actually born on September 27th. So I guess 27 is kind of a lucky number. If we ever have race on the 27th or we draw at 27, we always kind of say, well, that's a lucky sign for the night. But besides that, that's pretty much it with the numbers. We don't like green.
Oh yeah, so many racers don't like green. So tell us, what is it you do if you're not working on the race car, if you're not at the races? What is your day-to-day? What do you do?
Well, I'm in radiology school right now, so I have one more year to go, and I'll graduate next May. So I'm looking forward to that. I also have a 2-year-old little girl that keeps me very busy. But you know, spending time with her, going to school. We go fishing a lot. That's our second favorite hobby. I actually fished 17 hours last night, so we love fishing.
Great. Well, and you've got some great sponsors on here. Who would be some people you'd like to thank?
Oh Lord, there's a lot. I like to thank Dobbins Grading and Land Clearing, Andy Dobbins. I've got Shelby Alarm Company, Davis Divas Service out of Spartanburg, Cleveland Transmission, LRH, Auto Parts and U-Pull of Shelby, Field Starter and Alternators. Let's see, Gilliam Motorsports. Robbie's built this car. He's done an awesome job with it. All Purpose Graphics, Bowtie Limousine, Chris Ewan. He actually sponsors Chris Ferguson. He jumped on board this year as well. Let's see. We got Bob's Mart out of Lake City, Tennessee, CP Metal Crafters, Clark's Automotive, and I think that's it.
My goodness, that is one heck of a list. Oh my goodness. Well, let me ask one more question. If fans are looking for you online, where can they find you?
The best place is Facebook, and I've made a Facebook racing page. I'm going to try to do better this year, keeping up with it. I got a lot of friend requests after the Charlotte race this past year on my Facebook, and I try to keep that a little bit more personal just to protect my daughter. But I've got a racing page, and so I hope I'm going to do better at posting on there.
Actually help you with that. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck at the racing tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.